What up? Ah, just finished my dinner. Bowl of that homemade chili with hot dogs. Thank you very much. There we go. What up, Big Kev? What up, Ralph? There we go. Now, that's plugged in, so that won't go down on me. Chris, howdy. Oh, just finished my dinner. Time for a cigarette. What are y'all did it? Tramp, what up? Chris, howdy. Yeah, it has. Where you been hiding? Jim Dunn, the wannabe Yankee cowboy. That's right, Paul. Whatever they want to talk about, pull up a chair, we can argue about it. Talk about it, that's right. Just remember, Paul, everybody has the right to be wrong. And if you don't agree with me, you're probably wrong. All right, I lied a little bit. You are wrong. Oh, me, oh my. Watching these people who came back got told to go away when I tried to help. Been there and done that, Kev. Tell you what, it's going to be a hateful world we live in, man. Never in my life did I think I would get cussed out for trying to help somebody slide their tandems. And right here where I'm sitting at tonight, it happened right up yonder. I think I might have been one more truck length up. Might have been in this exact spot, but right here on this rail. Got cussed out. Oh, it was bad. Was I doing live streams then? I think it was just in a video. I don't think I was doing live streams yet. Thank you, Pa. No, Jim Dunn, you ain't no damn cowboy. It's them girls you're dating, Warwick. You gotta knock it off. Half of them ain't even girls. You damn kangaroo. It shouldn't hurt another driver, Chris. He's asking, quick question, does having a dispatcher in a different time zone hurt a driver? No, it shouldn't. The only way it's going to hurt you is what time they start to work and what time they get off work. So now that could affect you a little bit. Simply because they could come to work 1 or 2 hours before you, get off 1 or 2 hours before you, or the exact opposite. The only thing you have to worry about is what time zone you're in and what time zone your load, shipper or receiver part of the load is in. There's where a lot of drivers mess up, is they have issues with the time zones, and they're on Central Time and they're going to deliver or pick up on Eastern or on Mountain, and they can't make the switch over. So then they wind up being early, late, whatever. And then it's always the dispatcher's fault because he's supposed to have done the thinking for him. So no, to me, what time zone dispatch is in doesn't matter as long as they're doing their job. Well, of course I am, Jim Dunn. You can't even come close to being Papa Joe. Oh, Kevin, you're so damn lucky. Birmingham, you love it. Thomas, howdy. Okay, Miss Thomas, howdy. You trying to confuse me now, ain't you? Well, she was talking to me. Hi, sweetheart. Your husband is confused. You know he easily gets confused. You have to tell him exactly. Tell Papa Joe, hi, sexy man. Not you, you ugly husband. Honey, we still all want to know, how drunk did you have to get to marry that feller? And better yet, what was you drinking? That's what we'd really want to know. That had to be one hell of a night to wake up married to him. Oh. What up, Elk? God bless you too. It ain't been all bad day. Enjoying my show and then you're showing a Z like you're going to sleep? Man, was that a compliment and an insult? Is that what I just got? Blow me up to pop my bubble. That hurt. That's my last feeling too. Oh yeah, that downtown nonsense. Me and Grandma went through there on our vacation. And I said, oh, no, hell, that's just for trucks. We can get through there. No, they took the whole damn bridge out. We're going through them side streets with everybody else. I said, on the way back, remind me to take the loop. That was crazy. All right, take a nap, Chris. Hell, I can help you with that. I got some blue wrenches that can just put you right to sleep. That ain't a problem. Oh, okay, you're Miss Clementine's husband. Okay. Well, cool. She's a sweetheart. I like her when she comes in. She usually got some good input for the channel. Oh, 16 people and 5 thumbs up. What's up with that? Y'all hit that thumbs up button. You know I'm going to have the trolls in here if I ain't already got one. Well, your keyboard works about like mine. Oh, I can believe that. I can believe she's the better half in a heartbeat. You damn truck driver. Oh, I forgot to set my alarm. It's on that phone right there, so I can't do it right away. Is this thing just not showing the counts on the thumbs up? Or are y'all just being stubborn and not wanting to hit the thumbs up tonight? All kinds of truck traffic in here. Thank you. Now the rest of y'all go ahead and hit it too, please. Thank you, Chris. Well, that sucks, Jim. Y'all would, let's say a quick prayer for Jim Dunn's family. Heavenly Father, we come to you in the time of sorrow. Lord, we know the devil's running rapid down here and that he's getting into so many people's lives in so many different ways. Lord, I ask you that you give us the strength and the knowledge and the ability to go help some of these people that are having such issues, Lord. I ask that you have mercy upon this individual that the Dunn family just lost. And Lord, I ask that you touch them and help them through this time of sorrow. These things we ask in the precious name of your Holy Son, Jesus Christ. Amen. And all God's people said, that's a rough one, Jimmy boy. I don't wish that on nobody, even someone like you. That's just a rough one, man. Oh. Warwick, you keep an eye out on my Napster from a while ago. Oh, any drug is a gateway to evil, man. And just open that door up for them. You know, back in the 60s, they was giving us what we had to watch videos and stuff. Not like the videos you got today. This was a reel to reel. All about drugs and stuff and pot, how it led to other stuff. Then in the 70s, when I started experimenting with the rest of America, I said, how in the world could that be? They're crazy. They don't know what they're talking about. Well, yeah, they did. Because it puts you around the other stuff. It makes other stuff come to you and makes it available. Now, me, I never did like needles. I wouldn't go to, no, hell no. But yeah, little boys and girls that's watching, regardless what you think, it is a gateway to harder stuff because it puts you in the element with it. The drug element is the drug element. So whether you're just doing a little bit of stuff that really don't hurt, well, in that same room you got the shit that does hurt. And then you've got peer pressure with them. Oh, come on, try this, man. It won't hurt you. Go ahead and try this. You sissy, everybody's doing it. See what I mean? So the easiest way is just stay the hell away from it. And if you go somewhere to what's supposed to be a nice, mellow little party and it starts coming out, best thing for you to do is leave, regardless of what they say to you. Exit stage left, said Snagglepuss. T-Love, what up? Mr. Sean, do I even know you? Does anybody know this Sean character? I ain't seen him in I don't know how long. I think he's a stranger. You must be a new guy. Welcome to the live stream there, Sean. Oh, that's a fact there, Sean. That is a good comment. He says he's on vacation and the devil is running around more and more, especially when he knows America is trying to put God back in America. And see, folks, that's what you have to understand. Good point. Thank you, Sean. Get me on a little rant. Like I've told you in your Christian walk, the closer you get to God, the harder the devil is going to come at you. Well, it's the same thing as a nation. As the devil sees that more and more Americans are opening up their eyes, more and more Christians are voting with their Bible, more and more Christians are standing up and calling out evil. The devil's going to keep hammering and hammering and hammering and trying to beat us down, beat the country down. They're doing it right now with this false impeachment nonsense, you know? So we need to be praying that we've got the people with the will and the power and the knowledge in D.C. to beat this nonsense. The last thing we need as a nation is to lose our president and get a damn Democrat in there. If they could pull this off, which I don't think they can, if they could pull this nonsense off, we're in trouble as a nation. We're in deep trouble. I might be moving to Australia, and Warwick might have me and Grandma living with him for a while. I'll leave my damn guns behind. I'll leave them with my son or something. Good evening, Grant. Zach, howdy. Everybody hitting that thumbs up on their way in? I got a couple of hateful trolls that's going to be in here countering all of your thumbs ups. I thought you got him the other day and gave him a bath. Go, Bob. How you doing, my brother? Well, I'm glad you caught the live stream, too. You looked into New Zealand? I hear you. What's up, TJ? No, I did not. I spent the morning dealing with it. You must not have joined in or watched the live stream from Thermo King. Evidently, I fried the engine. Well, I didn't do it. It fried itself, but no, it's toast. I'll have to get a new one probably next week. So they turned my anti-idle stuff off. The timer, they turned it off. So I can't idle. Keep me warm and cool overnight, whichever I need. I'm sure I need the AC right now. It'll be 32 degrees in the morning. But they also turned on my driver rewards. That's what I call it. If you're a good boy and you keep your idling down below a certain percentage, it gives you an extra 1 or 2 miles an hour, which I'm getting it right now. But when I fire this beast up later on to idle tonight to stay warm, which I will be doing, there goes that reward. I won't get that extra 2 miles an hour tomorrow. Let's see. Do I want an extra 2 miles an hour or do I want a heater? That's just damn near a no-brainer, ain't it? Yeah, J. Ryder trolls. That's a fact, Sean. Oh, goodness, Paul. He had friends. Carrier APU isn't blowing code. Filter is clean. Any suggestions? Yeah, it's low on Freon. Out running around. That ain't a good excuse for not watching one of my videos. They just have such a hate for Trump. And I think they've got a hate for him because they can't buy him and they can't control him. And the biggest thing that's hurting right now is the damn rhinos. You got 3 major rhinos that is putting the hurts on the Republican Party because they will not vote against the Democratic Party. And they don't like Trump. Romney is one of them. I hear you on the 12 volt. Paul just put up the link for the Facebook. For those that don't know, I do have a Facebook channel. Please go sign up, join up, whatever you want to call it. I'm encouraging y'all to do some posting on there. I'm just talking to Mr. BBQ out in California, and he's supposed to be putting some pictures and recipes on there. I hope he does. But I would encourage y'all to go over there and let's make something of it. Besides me doing my post. I do a lot of posting over there, which is just sharing other stuff. I'd love to get some input from y'all over there. And it's an easy one, just like this channel. Simple Living with Papa Joe. Paul put up a link to it. If you go to the About page on here, scroll to the bottom. There's a link to it at the bottom of the About page. There's a link to the Patreon page. I haven't done much with that. Me and Carlos was just talking about it. We're going to try to start getting a little more done with some of this stuff. Our problem is time and participation. If we can get people on both of them, that would be more encouraging for us to make the time to do something with it. And don't forget my new YouTube channel. I bet you don't have that link, do you, Paul? Why don't you get it for me, Budrow, and stick it up there? It's called A Father and Son's Journey for a Healthier Life or something like that. And it's where myself and my son's taking a journey with me to help me get my health back in line better. Big Tiny, he's over there with me. He's trying to get his life in order. Carlos is over there. Carlos ain't been doing much commenting. Carlos, you and Little Joe's got to do better. And I know both of you guys are busy, but it don't hurt to take 1 or 2 minutes out of a week to post your progress for us. And let's keep this going like it's more than just me and Big Tiny. Boy, they'll be liking me chastising them on the air, won't they? Good way to stop it. Go do your posting. If you're doing what you agreed to do, yes, I'm that kind of guy. But y'all already knew that. That ain't nothing new to you, is it? I heard from a fly on the wall today that they was having a meeting and it came up about my truck issues with the tri-pack. And the owner of the company had to line out a couple people that thought the truck should just go. Well, it's only the air conditioner. He don't need air conditioner. Well, no, it's more than air conditioner. That's my heater. If this don't idle. So he educated them. Told one of them that was worried about if I'd get done to get the load over here. If he don't, put somebody else on it. Then somebody else in another department that ain't got a damn thing to do with this. He's in safety. He got an education and an earful from the boss. And just kind of cool to know the owner of the company is saying, whoa, damn it, that's driver comfort. Let's take care of the driver. If that's creating problems taking care of the driver, then you handle it. I think it's cool. I know Larry don't watch, but thank you, Larry. That's the way to take care of your drivers. Oh, so I got this drop here in the morning. They can be a pain in the butt. I got a 6:30 appointment, but it's one of these places you don't know if it's going to be a half hour or 4.5 hours. And once they get done with me here, this is only a pain in the butt on that part. It's easy backup and all that. I'm going to one of the places that I despise the most because it's a pain in the butt to get in their dock. One of them you got to jackknife it back in there, and oh, it's a pain. Then I got over a 300-mile drive to my third drop. Then 80 miles to final out in Laredo. So that's my trip. And then from Laredo, they've got me a load that they told me to take it by the house. It ain't that far out of route to go by the house. Well, that place behind me getting a lot of business. Oh, 12 gauge to tear that wall up. Thank you, Pa. I don't know. I don't hang out in Houston. I'm not a city boy. I hear you, Grant. I got here 12 hours early. What do? I fired this thing up, warmed my dinner up. Not dispatch, I'm sorry. The mechanic told me that, well, that APU's still running, and it does still run. He said I could use it for my heater and whatnot. I don't want to. I ain't sure what will happen if that sucker seizes up. So I'll idle the truck. Exactly, Tramp. They do forget that. Kelly, my brother. Well, it wasn't the truck heater, it's the APU back there. And I idled it last night I didn't idle it. I used APU last night and it did okay. But I found out today the motor's trashed. They have to replace APU motor. So I'll wind up idling the truck tonight. They did the computer stuff where I can idle now. So yeah, I have heat. What up, John? Yes, I've seen Pale Rider many a time. Yeah, we always have to do them damn broker loads on our way back. Paul, let me know if you find one of them and it's reasonably priced. I just gave Little Joe his grandpa's pellet gun. It was a rifle, one of them that you pump up and it'd pump up. It's a pellet or BB. And it would get up to be a 22. Heavy. That damn thing is heavier than some of my rifles. Yeah, I did lots of broker loads. Oh, hell, that's all we ever did off the West Coast. Ain't none of them brokers out there want to get locked up in a contract with somebody that's not out of California. That way they can gouge you better. They like to wait on it when there's more trucks than loads and just rape you. And them companies will let them do it. That blows me away. One of them nights where I'm all stuffy, but there ain't nothing there. I've never heard of CDLs having regional restrictions. The only ones I ever heard of is if you're under 21 and you get one for your state. That don't mean they ain't out there just because I ain't heard of it. Until this channel right here, I didn't know that they had a restriction for automatics and standards. I'd heard that once, but I thought they was crazy. I never did like laying over in California. I'd just soon get there, turn and burn. Anywhere on the West Coast. But to me, California runs from Mexico to Canada. Of course, those that live up in Washington and Oregon didn't like me saying that. Well, the trucks just keep pouring in for this place behind me. what they do back there, but they do a lot of it. Loaded like a freight train, driving like an airplane. Been there, done that one. That's probably his company got that restriction on him, Jay. I've never heard of any state putting those kind of restrictions on somebody. For those that are just watching it, he was saying that he had restrictions. He could only drive in the flatlands, not in the mountains. Never heard of nothing like that before. That don't mean it ain't true. Just means I ain't never heard of it, and I find it very doubtful. And truck driver will tell you damn near anything. That's the first thing you gotta learn. What are you cooking for dinner? You're cooking some pork chops, microwave baked taters, and a can of corn. Now, how close am I? He says, you're not. I'm cooking. It's scrambled eggs and bacon with toast. I enjoyed another big old bowl of my chili back there. Right, Bob? You ain't gonna believe this shit, but it's true. Chicken soup on your gas stove. So that means you're warming up dinner, not cooking. Now you're old enough to know the difference between warming up and cooking. So the gas stove, that makes me think you're in your truck on one of them little butane stoves. Hell, I prefer a Burton stove for that. You ain't got to buy gas. Or a microwave. You still ain't got to buy gas. That don't mean your mill won't give you gas, but you ain't got to buy any. It's free. The gas too. Yeah, me and you both, Kelly. Oh, that ain't a big deal to get restricted from Canada. Lots of them. Canada will restrict you from getting busted with a joint when you was 14. Or another one is not paying child support. What does Canada give a damn if you paid your child support in America for? When I was hauling boats, I went to Canada all the time. And there was several drivers that had went in California several times. Then that one time they'd get, nope, you can't come back. One of them was over child support. Another one was because he got busted when he was 14 for having a joint. I'm like, and Canada and that area was going into, pot was legal. Well, first time I was up there unstrapping, getting ready to back in and unload, what do I smell? Here goes a guy walking down the street smoking a joint. I'm mentioning them boys at the boat. Oh, yeah, it's legal here. That happens all the time. Well, hell, they need to teach them how to share. Don't just walk by somebody. They never did share. Ah, I hear you, Bobby. Is that a Burton stove? I like my Burton stoves. I cook many. I don't carry them anymore. I got 3 at the house I don't even use anymore. But yeah, them Burton stoves. And you can literally cook some stuff in them. Grandma would give me some different raw meats, whatever, chicken breast, hamburger, whatever. And she wrapped them twice in aluminum foil. Wrapped it one time, then flipped it over and wrapped it the opposite direction. I'd throw it in the Burton stove, plug it in, down the road I'd go. I'd keep a half eye on it. When I'd see a little steam starting to escape, I'd reach down there, pop it open, flip it over, close it back, keep it trucking. When that sucker blew up like a balloon, I knew it was done. I'd unplug it, leave the lid open, keep it trucking. Stop half hour or so whenever I'd hit the place to stop, have my dinner. Then I'd get back to trucking. We used to go trucking back in the day. It wasn't like today where you got a computer telling you stop. We didn't know what stop was. Well, he's loaded, so he must be getting ready to back into a dock. Banned from Kentucky? That's bad now. And 1099 should not stop child support. Oh yeah, Paul. I just talking about that with somebody else here just a week or so back. I can't remember the name of it. They had a name for that paper or for the album. That little Burton, I hear you. No, that's a movie. That wasn't the album. He talking about back in the 33 day, 33 and a third. You got that record. And then the back, or inside the cover with the record was that big old rolling paper, the size of the album cover. He's still losing, but that boy's so busy it's pitiful. How come you're not making comments on there, Jim Dunn? You need to go on there and make comments and join the journey with us and act like one of the team. It makes it a lot easier when we do this kind of stuff together as a group. Yeah. I don't know, Kelly. Not really, Jay. He's asking if I had the money, would I consider having a mom and pop truck stop restaurant? Not really. That's the best way to become a millionaire at that is start with 2 million and quit when you're half through your money. Truck drivers don't go in there and buy the food anymore. It's a struggle from the get-go. And you cannot make the prices cheap enough where they'll go in there to eat and you can make a profit. Just like on here, look how many people are talking about cooking in a truck tonight. And that's just on this channel with 24 people. Drivers just don't eat in them anymore. With the ice box in your truck, a microwave, a Burton stove, a gas stove, there's too many ways you can cook a lot cheaper in your truck and have a $2 or $3 meal instead of that $10 or $12 meal. The only way they go in there is when they get tired of eating out of their truck. And I bet you if we ask most of the drivers that's talking about cooking in their truck, they might average 1 day a week eating in any kind of a restaurant. And that's counting your fast food restaurants. That's how I am. If I'm starving to death, I might get something for lunch. Just a little midday snack type thing. Because I don't want to take, and half time I've got food back here I can go ahead and make, and I do. So once or twice a week I might get something out of one of these truck stops. I hate paying the prices. And it ain't that I'm a cheapskate. It's just that I feel that they're ripping me off. They have a captive audience. They know we can't just get in anywhere. So they got a captive audience. So they jack that price up on us. Well, I don't have to pay it. That's just my thoughts. Howdy, Mark. Night, Mark. You didn't stay long. Oh, now look, I don't have your phone number, Mark. You gonna have to contact me. That depends on too many things, Jason. You gotta consider the weather, the truck, the traffic, the speed limit. That's right, Thomas. Best way to eat healthier. Well, you can eat unhealthy too. Because when I first started cooking in my truck, I wasn't worried about healthy. Here of late, since I've been diagnosed with diabetes, yeah, I've been working on eating healthier. You damn sure can't eat healthy eating a hamburger and french fries. All right, Mark. Night. Well, Kelly, they still make money. I mean, I'll go in there and get ice, and half of them charge you for ice. Okay, quarter, 50 cents. I'll still buy my coffee in a can. I still buy my bananas out of them because you can't buy bananas at Walmart and expect them to last all week out here. And there's plenty of people that's still buying in there. They're just charging for parking because they can. No, I did not know that, Warwick. First time you mentioned cooking in roadhouses. Well, how come you ain't doing me some cooking videos on my Facebook wall, dude? Cookies up some of that kangaroo or wallaby or something. All joking aside, Warwick, do people eat kangaroo and wallaby over there? I know different people, different nations eat different things. Like we don't eat horse, but I know a lot of places in Europe used to. It ain't nothing like it used to be. I realize that. One actually, out in the day, back in the day, yeah, they'd eat their horse or something, keep from starving over here. I don't care what they say. But some places it's accepted and some it ain't. I think it was France that used to eat a lot of horse meat. What up, Brian Morgan? I don't recall seeing you on here before. Welcome to the live stream. Now, do you have a freezer in your truck, Thomas? My buddy Pork Chop, he done passed away. He was an old school trucker. He bought, I think it was a 2 cubic foot freezer, about the size of these ice boxes that are installed in here. Got it from Walmart for like $100. You got to order it online type thing. He fixed a place on his top bunk where he would keep that rascal. And he filled it up with a lot of frozen foods, including the head cheese that I get from Missouri. I turned him on to head cheese. He became addicted. He'd go in there. They come in like 2-pound rolls. He'd clean them out. He didn't care if they had 2 or if they had 10. He'd clean them out and tell them, don't even bother slice it. I'll slice it. In that freezer it'd go. So he had the freezer up there. He had his ice box. Me and him would get cooking on the road. We'd cook up some dishes. We'd plan out today what we're going to cook tomorrow. Going down the road, we'd both be cooking. We'd stop overnight. If one of us hadn't planned on a meat to cook in the truck, we'd grab one of our grills. We both carried barbecue grills. We'd fire them up, pull out our chairs, sit out there, drink a beer, watch the fire, cook our meat, do our poppers. When everything got done, we both start digging out what we'd been cooking all day, bringing it outside. Would fix us up a plate. Would eat, and then we'd both fix us up a plate. We shared what was left. That was going to be lunch for tomorrow. I miss old Pork Chop. Then my dog Scruffy. He's a good truck dog. He came across my memories today on Facebook. Or yesterday, I'm sorry. I miss that old fart too. He was a good truck dog. The last few years he stayed at home with Grandma. He'd just get too damn old. She took him to the vet down here when we moved to Texas. He'd checking him out. Nice young black guy from England. And he asked Grandma how old he was. She told him he's 15. Here you go. And treated the dog with so much respect. I mean, he did. And for Grandma to tell you that, he treated him with respect. so gentle and softy, with him. And he told her, said, these dogs don't normally live near that old. You must be doing something right. And unfortunately, 2 years later, he passed on us. But his last few years, he was pampered. He was grandma's boy, too. Ain't nothing like a good dog, people. It's hard to get used to having a good dog in the truck with you, or any dog in the truck with you. The only way to get a good dog in the truck is it takes work on your part, and you have to train yourself to know your dog. Once you get them trained, they can travel all day without having to have a bathroom break, just like you can. You had to train yourself when you came out here. But once you get them trained, oh boy, you can't beat them. A good road dog, you can't beat them. You two lining up to race? FedEx and Epsis? Well, it ain't a matter that they hate us so much, Razor Bear. They don't know us and they don't understand us. They don't understand the industry. And they really don't have a clue. The only clue they have is by the paid lobbyist that goes up there and lobbies for different stuff. And they give them a twisted, warped idea of what the industry is and what we need. That's why I tell people, the only one you got in Washington, D.C. fighting for you is the OOIDA, Owner Operators Independent Drivers Association, which all of us can join up. You don't have to be an owner-operator. Their rates ain't that bad for a yearly subscription. You get some good information from their newsletter. They keep you updated on what's going on with the trucking industry. And the money that we pay in there for our yearly fees helps go to fight in Washington, D.C. And it takes a lot of money because them politicians are not cheap. And all of them lobbyists go up there are fine politicians. You heard it here first on the Papa Joe Show. No sugar added. Well, I can't believe they could get Kangaroo over here to sell his beef. What I'm talking about, Paul? Well, thank you, Brian. I hope you hit the thumbs up on all of them. Actually, he's needing some mechanics right now. The main one he got is Herman. And my understanding, he's fixing to come out of the shop and do something different, still for Larry. And I don't know who's going to replace him, but they've got, damn, now I can't think of his name. Boy, he'd get mad at me too. The skinny boy always eating. Jeff. Jeff's still there. Or he came back. I guess he was gone when you was there for a while. He's back. Then they got, boy, since you asked, I can't remember none of their damn names. The big heavy set feller that he worked with one of the name brand truck companies. Can't think of his name either. Yeah, I don't know what terms you left on. If you're looking, you might want to talk to Larry. What is a curried bush turkey? Well, see, Thomas, back in the day before we had the built-ins and they first came out with them 12-volt coolers, I'd put mine in the back and I'd close these curtains and I'd turn that AC on as cold as it would blow back there. Yeah, buddy, I would make one of them little 12-volt coolers freeze too. And actually, this ice box that I have in here, now this is a new one. If you remember, my old one just went out a couple weeks ago. New truck and every damn thing's going out on it already. This one here, my chili was on the middle shelf. And when I went to get it out a while ago and dish out part of it to warm up, it was half frozen. But I've got it turned on the coldest it'll go too. And it will stay there. I don't mind it freezing. One's the Killing River system there. Is that what they was draining that river for? Well, hell, it wasn't even a canal anymore. It was all but dried up. Is that for the cotton farmers? You need to share that video with Paul. Paul works the cotton once in a while. Oh. Paul's in the cotton area, let's put it that way. Cotton and soybean, ain't it? Jay, for a fella that's only been trucking 2 years, you seem to have seen and know a lot, buddy. Well, the oil pump was one of the problems, but only one of them. Southside, what up? Poopa Joe, where you from, dude? Is that damn city accent coming through? Poopa Joe. Been a lot of things I've been called, young man, but that ain't one of them. And yes, I know what you meant, brother. Jamie, what up? Well, Paul and Warwick, you both can go through one of my channels. You both are on my Facebook friends list, so look each other up. If you ain't friends already. Paul, I'll warn you now, you're going to see some interesting stuff on Warwick's page. Him and his Australian friends, they got a warped sense of humor. And they talk funny too. Their typing even's got a damn accent to it. Oh, that's right, Paul. You came off of Facebook. "56 and 2 years driving." Well, you're older than me. I'm 23. What up, Backwoods? You're always late, man. It's a truck driver story. I'm late, but it wasn't my fault. The dog ate my gear pattern. I couldn't read it to shift gears. I know how you are. Well, they appear to be slowing down a little bit back here. Then up here where I'm delivering, we got some locals that's evidently got their own doors. They're dropping and hooking at the doors, pulling in, dropping their loaded trailer, hooking up to the trailer in their, well, whichever one it is. I've seen one of them throw papers in the back, so I assumed it was loaded. But they're dropping and hooking at the doors, pulling one out, putting another one in, and leaving. Boy, I'd have to be getting paid damn good to do all that dropping and hooking. I got a lot of work you could do at my house, Backwoods. Come down to Texas. I hear you, Timothy. Well, sure you can, Warwick. And if you want to send it to me through, well, shit, you can only send it through the messenger on Facebook. I don't know how I could get it to Paul. Paul don't need the damn thing if he ain't on Facebook. Got his feelings hurt or whatever happened to him. Sissy. And now I heard him again. They're not listening to us? Well, don't confuse them trucker movies with real life trucking. I learned just here a little while back. I thought I was a truck driver, and after damn near 30 years out here, I found out I'm not, because I wear sandals and I wear fingerless gloves, and I don't wear cowboy boots or have a chain-driven wallet. I drive an automatic. So here recently I found out I've been living a false life. I just ain't even a truck driver. So I don't know what the hell to do for the last 2 years of my driving career. Well, most of them women sending you friends requests weren't women. I hate to tell you that. And don't let Stormy know that Jim Dunn was sending you all them requests. No, I'm not, Backwoods. I'm not a true trucker. I wear sandals even in the winter. And looky here, fingerless gloves. I mean, it devastated me. It ruined my whole damn day finding out. Next, I'm going to find out I really ain't a man. I hate to find out why, but then the other night I found out I was racist. And I didn't even say anything. That'll make you want to swear off the internet. Mr. BBQ, we were just talking about you a while ago. Well, of course, I come highly recommended by your wife. I am the chick magnet. And don't go getting jealous. Timothy, are you working at the pub tonight, my friend? No, that was Jim Dunn sending you those. Well, I seen a Volvo once, so that probably means I ain't a trucker either. Your truck identifies as a Prius? Now that's good. Yeah, we're talking about you posting pictures and recipes. Did you do that? I ain't been over there to look. Oh, trust me, Backwoods, I laugh at them, man. They don't bother me. I can make this truck do shit that they just dream about. That's it, Jay Ryder. Now you got me figured out. No, I was just thinking about that earlier today driving over here. All the things that they say a real truck driver ain't, and I'm most of them. I drove a Volvo and I liked it. I wear them fingerless gloves. It helps with this steering wheel. These new steering wheels suck. Just rubbing my hand. I can't find a good place to hold it. I really can't. And I don't seem to callus up like I used to. I don't know what's up with that. Used to, you'd build calluses and stuff. I don't seem to be doing that anymore. But yeah, I got to think about that. All this shit they say a truck driver don't do, and I do most of it. I got to tell her grandma about that. I had that poor woman about to pee her pants. And grandma being grandma, She said, you got more time backing up to the toilet than they got driving forward. I said, well, Grandma, you're probably right, but I still ain't truck driver. That just means I go to the bathroom a lot. You can turn your four-ways off anytime. They're working. He ain't did his walk around yet. He just pulled this one out of the dock and hooked up to it. That looks like a Star car. Nope, it was a Peter car. But he turned way down there, backing into a trailer. He bobtailed in. He cheat. I guess he gonna yank one out. Grab one from someplace close by when he drops this one. It's a good way to do it. Save some of that extra dropping and hooking. And he never did do a walk around and thump his tires. He must not be going far and don't care. Now, he could have looked in his mirror and seen the reflection of them four-ways off of my grill. I've been known to do something like that myself. Look for the reflections. Been known to do that going down the road of a night. Can't see that belly light on one side or the other, and hit that four-way and see it reflecting off the ground. If I was a real truck driver, I wouldn't have to do that. I would know. I'm stopping pre-trip my truck halfway through my trip. It's supposed to be 27 here in the morning. No. That's the morning after. And the morning is supposed to be 32, I think. That's just too damn cold. I ain't ready for winter. I'm allergic to the cold. I told you all that, didn't I? Again, this cold weather, I get out right now and I'll break out in a bunch of bumps. Skin will start turning different colors. I'll start shaking all over. I go south where it's warm, all that shit goes away. Well, I've decided it's got to be an allergy. Larry was busting my chops this morning for wearing sandals again. That just blows him away. I told him I needed his help. So many places we go in want steel toes, and I've been having trouble finding steel-toed sandals. I want him to help me look. I thought he was gonna die. Yeah. Shit, we was up 23. Where'd everybody go? Oh. All right, I have to have Little Joe take a look-see and see if there's anything he can do on our end. I'm not sure when he could get at it there, BBQ. All right, Warwick, good night, brother, if you ain't already gone. Well, you don't know me very well, do you, Jay? Y'all tell him, what's my thoughts of Kenworth? You're striking me. Guess what I got tonight? My Mountain Dew. And it ain't getting very good mileage. Yeah, I've seen a couple of the Mercedes. I don't know if it was a semi. I know it was a straight truck. No, I don't have a backup buzzer, thank you. Freightliner's a dirty word to Paul, Jay. You better be careful. We don't call him Mr. Freightliner for no reason. And he'll never live that down. Try to fire the heater up. It says it's still 41 out there, but I find that hard to believe. And I got to rev her up a little bit. How loud is that on y'all? Oh yeah, it's snowing all over the place. What up, John? You watching for 2? Well, let me know how you accomplish that. So hit the like button 3 times. Because if you hit it 2, it takes away your like. Yeah, I used to drive barefooted tramp. Red Monkey, how you doing, brother? Welcome to the live stream. CJ, Paul's telling you W900 is my favorite truck. So yes, I have drove a Kenworth. And yes, I've drove Internationals. W9's still my favorite truck. This Peterbilt I'm driving ain't nothing but a modern plastic throwaway truck. See, he switched accounts for you, Jaden. Well, I hope you like the channel, Red Monkey. I've got like 1,700 videos in the archives. Going back through there and watch them. There's several libraries, listings, whatever they, playlists, whatever they call them. So you can listen to trucking, or you can listen to preaching, you can listen to politics, all kinds of stuff in there. Rants and raves. But the only thing I haven't driven is a Mormon, Western Star. Shit, that's about it, other than maybe some antique ones. And no comments, Paul, about me being an antique.
Of remaining drive time.
Oh, I don't want to hear it. Damn computers. Well, we back up to 21. Was 22 for a second. Macs too there, Timothy. I like a Mac, off-road Mac. Uh-huh. Well, I had a sermon going one morning. And those that don't know, 9 o'clock Sunday morning, I share the word. 9 o'clock, more or less. And I did a sermon, and I used Paul and another. Okay, Warwick just sent me that video, Paul. I'll try to figure out how to get it to you. But I used Paul and another feller named Brandon in my sermon, the three of us. And I gave Paul a Freightliner to drive for that sermon. You might want to go watch it. What did I call that, Paul? We're racing or something like that. So it was quite interesting. So Paul was helping me get ready for it, and he changed his name to AKA Mr. Freightliner, thinking he could change it back later on. 3 months he was stuck with that. I don't drink coffee anymore. I had a cup over there at Thermo King today. First cup I'm drinking in a while. Every once in a while, Grandma will make coffee at the house if I ask her. Yeah, they did have some nice looking trucks. You need to look them up, Jay Ryder, if you ain't never seen them. What up, JJ? See, now he's a wannabe Mr. Freightliner. I used to be addicted to coffee. From the time I got up till the time I went to bed. I don't know about leasing on trucks. I ain't got a clue. I'm in Grapevine, Texas. Yep. And actually, I've been cutting back on my Mountain Dew. Dedication, I hear you. Oh, me, oh my. Folks, I gotta get up real early in the morning, and I need to call Grandma and let her flirt with me. So if anybody ain't got something just real crazy to talk about for a quick minute. What up, JJ? Yeah, I told Paul you just shared a couple things. I'll try to get them over there. Did you put them on the Facebook wall or just send them to me in a message? Alright, I'll see what I can do there. Alright, with that, folks, I'm going to get off of here. I didn't have a delivery this afternoon. I appreciate y'all coming in. Y'all remember, good Lord loves you. So do I. Y'all have a blessed evening now. Good night. Come on, damn it.